Segregation, a cruel and unjust practice that has plagued humanity for centuries, has taken various forms throughout history. One of the most notorious examples of segregation occurred in South Africa during the era of apartheid. Lasting for nearly 5 decades, apartheid was a system of institutionalized racial segregation and discrimination. This chapter explores the brutal reality of apartheid and its long-lasting impact on the people of South Africa. The origins of apartheid can be traced back to the early days of European colonization in South Africa. From the moment the Dutch East India Company established a refreshment station at Cape of Good Hope in 1652, racial divisions began to take root. The policies of apartheid, however, were not implemented until the National Party came into power in 1948. Under apartheid, South Africa's population was divided into 4 distinct racial groups: whites, coloreds, Indians, and blacks. Each group was allotted different rights, opportunities, and living conditions, with whites enjoying the most privileges, while blacks were subjected to subjugation. The system was enforced through a complex set of laws, regulations, and social norms that serve to reinforce racial segregation at every level of society. Apartheid not only enforced physical separation, but it also systematically oppressed and discriminated against non-white individuals. The government implemented policies such as forced removals, where millions of black South Africans were forcibly relocated from their homes to designated homelands based on their ethnicity. These areas were often overcrowded, lacked basic infrastructure, and provided few educational and economic opportunities, perpetuating a cycle of poverty and despair. In addition to segregation and forced removals, the apartheid regime implemented a range of discriminatory laws that stripped non-whites of their basic human rights. These laws prohibited interracial marriage, enforced racial classification through the degrading pencil test, restricted access to education and healthcare, denied non-whites the right to vote or hold political office. The systematic denial of fundamental freedoms and opportunities caused immense suffering and frustration among the oppressed population. Resistance to apartheid took many forms, from peaceful protests to armed struggle. The African National Congress, ANC, led by figures like Nelson Mandela, played a pivotal role in the fight against apartheid. Mandela, a revered symbol of resistance and liberation, was imprisoned for 27 years before being released in 1990. His tireless efforts, along with those of countless other activists, eventually led to the dismantling of apartheid and the dawn of a new era for South Africa. While apartheid officially ended in 1994 with the election of Nelson Mandela as the first black president of South Africa, its legacy continues to haunt the country. The effects of apartheid, such as economic disparities, social divisions, and deep-seated racial tensions, still permeate South African society. The process of healing and reconciliation remains an ongoing struggle. The practice of segregation, exemplified by apartheid in South Africa, stands as a dark reminder of the cruelty that humans are capable of inflicting upon one another. It serves as a stark warning against the dangers of dividing people based on their race, and a call to constantly strive for equality, justice, and inclusivity in